Welcome to the Real Double Dose Channel broadcast station, focused on the real reels of real life, love, growth, and of course, elevation within all levels. RDDC is exactly the place where anyone can discover more depth, love, light, and clarity within themselves, and elevate from other people's walks of life, conversations, and questions, along with deeper insights. So tune in and be a part of the Double Doses with Lexus T and RDDC.
Hello, my lovelians and my RDC families. You're amazing. You're wonderful. You're blessed. This is Lexus T, and we're going to get into the Real Double Dose Channel T and get into it. But thank you for new. All right, from the beautiful, I don't like to say old, but from the beginning starts, the middle, the side pieces, everything that's come between. Thank you for tuning in with us. And we see you from Sweden to France to Germany, all the places that are up here around the world, to the USA and beyond, to Hawaii, to Puerto Rico, to Colombia. It doesn't matter, right? It's beautiful. Texas, okay, Florida, we have it, Colombia, we have it going on Oklahoma, Oregon, okay. I think it's called Boardman. I'm going to say Boardman, Oregon. Shout out to y'all, because whatever that is, we see a spike of almost 1,000 people just from that area alone. So I just want to say thank you to Boardman, Oregon. We have a special gift for you. Go to realdoubledosechannel.com. All right. www.realdoubledosechannel.com. Sign up for the Travel with Blessings giveaway. We'll only send you notifications with actually leveling up and getting that. So go ahead, and everybody else who's been on there can go too. But we want to specifically say, hey, take a trip. You know what I'm saying? Like 95% on us, minus some couple of texts and fees, but we'll get there. All right, but hey, you gotta sometimes pay the piper, even if it's a couple cents, couple dollars. But I want to get into this conversation because it's something that's needed, right? I'm trying to decide if I want my reading glasses on or not. So don't let's judge me here. But let me give it to you. Real hot, real nice, right? And this is going to be not cliche because it never is, but I want to just ask you, who told you you weren't divine, huh? And did anybody try to make it seem like that or try to make you feel like that, And again, this is Lexus T. I'm going to say right here, and this is your flip the switch moment, right? Flip the DA switch moment. You can also say flip the switch. What's the DA stand for? Doing it assertively, accelerated. But I'm not trying to match the words, but I'm saying like the DA is just the slang terminology of duh instead of the. And at the end of the day, it's just, what it is. So let me ask you something. Who told you weren't divine? Because somewhere between the trauma, the rejection, the broken mirrors, and broken hearts, we believed a lie. That is so true. A lie that said we were too broken, too far gone, too flawed to reflect the image of God. And that's something I want all of us to remember. But that ends now. So I want all of us to understand we have to have a cap to that. Everything deserves a cap. Yeah. Even if you had a hot dog, for example, 20 gallons of ketchup, you're going to keep going? It has a cap, right? You drive in the car. Eventually, you have to stop for gas. It has a cap. Okay. When you're sitting there and the water keeps flowing and the dam keeps overflowing, it would have to have a cap, or it would overflow and just get catastrophized, right? So I want to give you 3 habits, okay? 3 simple divine shifts that will help you realign with God and the God identity inside of you. Okay, so this is what I wanted to let you know, feeling it from deep within. Okay, not the fake version you learned through the survival. I understand that. The real you. Okay, the Genesis chapter 1, verse 27, you. Look that up. Look that up. So, number 1, speak your I am every morning. You have to, right? The I am. Speak your I am. Not the I'm tired, I'm worthless, I'm messed up. No, say this. I am God breathed. Okay, breathe breath. I am worthy of joy. I am not what they did to me. I am what he designed and destined me to be. Every word you speak agrees with either heaven or hell. So choose life, my beloveds. Number 2, look at the mirror and say, God lives in me. Hold your gaze. All right. Don't falter. Don't look away. The same God who hovered over the waters lives in you. And when you speak into that, into your reflection, you're calling the truth out for real. Like, let's be real about it here. Neta, neta. I say neta paleta, right? You don't have to be perfect to be powerful. And then people think, oh, Superman, he has perfect curls. I used to think that too, like, oh, Superwoman, she has to have this little body, her rib cage sticking out, and little titties, and that's what they say, right? Breast, chest. But that's what they are. I would think there has to be a certain perspective, and I'm like, man, like I must be so far from perfection, not just size wise, but man, I had a flaw in my face. I had this, like, it doesn't. The most we can get to on this level playing field from a human fallen sin standpoint doesn't mean we're unworthy. Is basically being able to say, hey, I am perfection in this imperfection. I am imperfectly perfect because this is what it is until I get to the perfection of where God has me when God redeems this whole level of while we're on this sad, sadistic, sick earth. Yes, there's beauty, love, and different things we can see within the flow, but let's be real about it. This is for the fallen one, the fallen prince of the air, as they say. This is why this disarray and chaos happens. Children get hurt, people get hurt. Come on. If the world was perfect and we were, it wouldn't be this way. Okay. So you don't have to be perfect to be powerful. Number 3, right? Sit in silence with God. I've been saying this for a long time, and I'm getting more into it myself, even though this hashtag reset journey, my hard reset journey, the surgeries, knowing my body again, knowing just even going to sit in a car parking lot again, it's hard. It's really hard. And right now it's okay. I've been through harder things, but picking your body back up when it wants to give out, it's like the driver's seat to your soul, like the car, you just, it's the vehicle, the physical meat suit that we have to go through, but still keep persevering, right? So we have to sit in silence with God. No begging, no religious gymnastics, right? Just breathe and say to the Lord, I'm here and I know you are too. And that's what I have to say. Lord, I know the same thing as Christ was saying. Lord, I know you hear me. Now, I hope you hear me. I think you hear me. You're already putting doubt up to a God that is doubtless, right? God doesn't have to carry doubt. You're like, oh, okay, it's God. God knows everything. Of course, that God doesn't have doubt, but God hears our doubts that we form that are not a part of that. It's basically like, I forgot what they had said. It was something about I was listening to some episode about some, I think it was 1,000-Pound Best Friends. And I think it's actually a pretty good show. People going through things, going through life, different stages, not all Tweety Bird style, something new, different eras, right? Things that we deal with in general. And she had said something, I believe Ashley, she had said, the brown lady had said that I think her dad had passed away from renal failure, as well as something about high blood pressure and something else, glucose levels. And I remember I had looked it up, and they're saying like once you get a transplant for your kidney, they can give you I don't know if it's anti, don't get me wrong, but it's something about like immune suppressant, so basically it won't attack it like it's a foreign entity. And that kind of shocked me, but at the end of the day, I look at it and I'm like, man, it's a whole correlation into something that's unnatural. So doubt itself is like unnatural, like like it's suppressing the immune system of God is what I'm trying to say. God doesn't understand. Excuse me, can't say that because God understands everything. But I'm not saying God is going to be understanding all the way to be like, hey, it's okay, you have doubt. All right, just sift through it. God is powerful. God is all things. So God would say, look, my breath lives in you, right? There is no doubt. So anything that's other than doubt, anything that's not yay or yay, it comes from the devil. Okay. So that's what I'm saying, right? So no begging, no religious gymnastics, right? Not sitting there the Sadducees and Pharisees. Oh Lord, I hope you hear me. Lord, my prayer, just going over and over chanting. Like God is not ignorant. I tell people all the time, like, it's nothing wrong with giving the thankfulness as to connecting with God, having an intimate relationship, but to sit there and continually ask God, please heal this. Yeah, absolutely. God, I know this healing is here. I know this feeling is here. I know my finances are. I know it is. I'm going to put the steps forward. God, please lead me. But to sit there and talk to God like he needs common sense from us when we're the ones who have our thoughts before they even form by God. and God knows everything, right? It's like it just trips me out. Okay. So all right. So just breathe and say that I'm here and I know you are too, Lord. This is where identity is restored. Okay. In stillness, not in striving. In stillness, not in striving. Be still and know that I am God. Now you can Google that. I don't know if I have the chapter written down, but I want you to definitely get that. Be still and know that I am God. Be still. You don't have to worry about that. Be still and know that I am God. And that's Psalms chapter 46, verse 10. Be still and know that I am God, right? It encourages individuals to find a place of, quietude and stillness itself, both physically and mentally, to recognize and acknowledge the presence and sovereignty of God. Okay, that verse emphasizes that even amidst life's chaos and uncertainties, God remains in control, and we will ultimately and forever, right, be in His grace. All right, so I want to put that out there. And I just want to say, you are not becoming, you're remembering. Okay, you are not becoming, you're remembering. God didn't hide your identity, babies. Okay, my beloveds, trauma just tried to bury it. But today, okay, and every day moving forward, even if you had to listen to this the next day, otra vez, y otra vez, y otra vez, y otra, sorry, again and again and again, we're still here to flip the switch. All right. So if you want more, okay, hear more, come on and share this with someone who forgot who they were, or maybe remind yourself, right? Hashtag flip the switch, hashtag Lex Effect, hashtag God within you, hashtag the real double dose is here. So I want you to remember that. Remain elevated always. And just remember, you are very much connected and a part of the divine, regardless of where you see yourself or you think. So remember to be the change, feel the passion, embrace the power of the Spirit, and we will, and I will, God willing, be back with you very, very, very soon.